From the WKYC Digital Broadcast Center, this is Channel 3 News.
And this weekend, breast cancer survivors will be pampered at the Energizer Live It Up Lounge. We've got it right outside there. Their mobile spa is in town and parked in the front of the Channel 3 studios this morning.
Yeah, I think if somebody gave you a massage this early, I'd be right back to sleep.
Yeah.
No one out.
No question.
We'll be talking live with survivors and volunteers for the event. Maureen's out there. She'll have more on that coming up in just a little bit. Almost 6:17 right now. And still ahead this morning, this weekend, thousands will walk for the Breast Cancer 3-Day in hopes of finding a cure. This morning, we welcome our friends from Energizer and their Live It Up Lounge, a mobile spa that's in town to pamper breast cancer survivors and supporters. Thousands are gearing up for this weekend's Breast Cancer 3-Day event to raise money for Susan G. Komen for the cure. It's all about helping to find a cure for breast cancer. This morning, we are joined by some folks who are all about pampering breast cancer survivors and their supporters. Here's Maureen Kyle with more. Hey, Maureen.
Hey, Mark, and they need some pampering because this is quite a feat that people will be taking on this weekend, and we're talking about thousands of people. We're talking blisters, we are talking sore muscles. Patty is going to be walking, and Patty is a breast cancer survivor. Patty, what does this weekend mean to you when you see all those people coming out and walking for breast cancer?
You know, it's just overwhelming. And this is my first year doing the 3-day, but we've done the Race for the Cure for several years, and that is just tremendous. But 3 days is just going to be overwhelming. It's going to be fun. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be tiring. And no blisters. No blisters.
No, I have faith in you. Now, I know a lot of people out there watching might be taking part, or they know somebody taking part. Tell me a little bit about your story so people out there know who they are walking for this weekend.
Oh, in 2005, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And it's just a shock. It's just, you don't even feel like it's happening to you. You go through the treatments, the surgeries, all the support and love of your family and friends is wonderful. But you don't want anybody else to go through that. And that's why we're walking. Yeah. And there's people that I know, family members, friends, co-workers that have been touched by breast cancer, and we want to put an end to this. And this is just our way of helping out.
And tell me about the training. How many miles have you logged?
I think around almost 500 miles. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Walking hours on hours and just having a lot of fun. We were talking just a few minutes ago that we solved the world's problems when we were out there walking. We walked in rain. Yeah. We got in a thunderstorm the other week and had to stop. But other than that, it's been really good.
Well, you are going to deserve a lot of pampering, and that's what this Live It Up Lounge is going to do. As people wrap up the walk, they're going to get massages. We're going to talk to Sandy, who's helping to organize this, coming up in just a minute. But I wanted to tell you, there are steps you can take to lower your risk. The American Cancer Society recommends that you limit the use of alcohol, exercise regularly, keep a healthy weight. If you have a history of breast cancer in your family, you can get genetic testing. All the steps that you want to take to make sure you lower your risk. And we're going to have much more coming up. Mark, back to you.
All right, Maureen, thank you very much. Looks like a great idea, and it's good to have them right outside the door. Very nice. This weekend, more than 1,000 people will take to the streets for the Breast Cancer 3-Day. Participants will walk more than 60 miles in 3 days, but they'll be sufficiently pampered along the way. Joining me now with details on the mobile spa, Maureen Kyle. Good morning to you, Maureen.
Good morning, Mark. A lot of the participants in the walk are actually breast cancer survivors, and they've already gone through a very long journey, so they're getting pampered with massages. How great does that sound? Now, Sandy Villetti's here with Energizer. Now, Energizer's sponsoring this tent. Tell me about what people will be able to do when they finish up their walk.
Well, when they come to camp, the Energizer Live It Up Lounge will be set up for them, and it'll be a place for them to laugh, learn, and relax. It's basically an oasis. It's a spa. We'll have complimentary massages generously provided by the American Massage Therapy Association, and we're going to have a lounge game for them to play where they can laugh, learn about breast health. It's just a wonderful place for them to just relax. It's a long day for them. We're really glad that they'll come by our tent, and we just want to keep them going. So this is our way of showing our support.
And keep going is the theme. You have several other cities that you're going to have to visit before all of this is said and done.
That's right. This is our second of 15 cities.
Wow.
So we're going on a long journey. Energizer is going to rack up about 15,000 miles. So that's like going from Cleveland to Los Angeles about 7.5 times.
Amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
We're really excited to be a part of it.
And it's a great service that you're providing for people who do the walk, and are participating. I want to talk to Vanessa here. Now, Vanessa, you have an interesting story. When's the first time you walked?
I actually walked last year, and it was the 25th anniversary memorial of my mother passing away of cancer. And this year I'm crewing.
Yeah.
So
which is definitely a hard job.
Keep going, yes. So I'm going to work pit number 3 and cheer them on.
And what does this mean to you to see the thousands of people coming out to support research for breast cancer?
It was an amazing weekend. There's no way that I could not be a part of it again.
All right, Vanessa, thank you. Now, here are some statistics that we want to let you know about, and keep this in mind as you see all of those walkers out there this weekend. In 2009, it's estimated that more than 192,000 new breast cancer cases will be diagnosed. This year, more than 40,000 deaths will be the result of breast cancer, and breast cancer is the most common cancer among women other than skin cancer in this country. So very important that people are out there supporting the people who are going through it and also supporting research. And we, of course, are going to have lots of coverage over the next couple of days. But what do you think? You get pampered, too. Anybody out there who's going to be walking is going to need it. I've heard stories about the blisters and the sore muscles.
I've been up there at a couple of the gathering places there in the middle of the walk, and they're feeling it, that is for sure. So this is definitely good news. All right, very good. Thank you very much, Maureen.
Sure.
6:44.